Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this beautiful small projector. It's done by a company called Vankyo and is modeled Leisure 3W. It comes with a little bit extra features than the actual version that they came out not that long ago called Leisure 3. So let's go through it and see what's included inside of this box and what's going to bring on the table for us. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family, and make sure you click the notification icon so you will be notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly for you. And if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. Alright, you can see that the box is really nicely designed. Doesn't have much markings around it, but once we open the top, and we take the case out, it has a beautiful little carry-in case. And once we open that from the top, here is a little sleeve right here, and it has some documentations inside that we will check. And then inside of it, this is what you will see. So it has these two velcros which you will open. There is going to be a little FAQ page and then the actual projector. On the other side of it, it has a little divider which has all of the components which will we cover in a few seconds. So here is all of the components that are part of this box itself. Alright, so it comes with this remote, which is an IR remote. It has their name written nicely in the bottom. And then looking on the top part of it, you have the power button. Also you have the mute. You have the play and pause. Also you have the rewind and fast forward. You have the 4-way navigation key, which has the OK in the middle. Also you have the return key, menu, and then also the source button. Right bottom of it, you have the volume down and volume up, and that's about it. Going in the back, you have the IR sensor right on the top, which is really cool. And then you have the parts you can put 2 AAA batteries. It's a little bit hard to open. I believe you do not have to slide it. You just have to open it from right here. Yeah, I didn't break it. You just have to put a little force to it to open it. Except that you can see that you can put 2 AAA batteries, which is not included in this box itself. The next thing that are part of this is this RCA connection. So this will go to your old VCR or camcorders. And then you have the 3.0 audio jack that will connect to the projector. We will show you how to connect this to. And there's about a meter long wire to it. So that way you will be able to watch your old VHS tapes or camcorders. The next part is the power connector. You can see that this one is regular power connector, which you can connect to even your PlayStation 3. And then this part is the one that connects to your electricity. Now this is created for Canada and United States. Now it also comes with a VGA connection. This is how you're going to be able to connect your old computers or even laptops to this so you can project it on the wall. We also received an HDMI connection, which does not have any kind of marking that if it is a HDMI 2.0 or 1.4. There is also a user manual, which is very thick. It has 2 different languages on this, English, and another one is in Chinese, which I don't know, but it has all of the information there that you're looking for, and we will cover most of the stuff in the video. Alright, so the big moment is right here. So there's the projector. Now it is inside of a nice plastic. There you go. I'm just going to take it out, and here it is. It has some plastic right on the top so it can not damage the buttons, but it is very similar to the regular Leisure 3. This is the Leisure 3W. It looks really nice. Going around, you can see it that it is nicely done. Alright, so here is the projector. It is not that big, and you can see that here is the lens cap. We can take it off. It is very flexible. You can see the lens itself do come out, and there is a little part that you can focus, so it comes out a little. You can see it. There you go. And then going on the front part of it, I really like it. With the regular Leisure 3, this was all white. So in the Leisure 3W, this is black, which is standing out a little bit. You have the name right underneath of it, which is really cool. There is some holes for ventilation. You can see through it, which makes it very attractive. Now going on the sides of it, on one side, you can see that there's more holes for ventilation, and it looks like a heat sink right inside of it. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's more holes right in the bottom part of it, which is really cool. Now, here is the best part. There is the headset jack. Then we have the AV port connection. We will show you how that is connected right now. And then here's the SD card slot, which is a micro SD card slot, so it's not going to take the full SD. You have to get the ones that are going to be connected to your Android phones. That's going to be able to connect to this. And then right beside that, you have the HDMI connection. Then you have one USB connection. Then you have the VGA connection, which you can connect your older type of computers to this. Now going on the bottom part of it, this is not a button, but it looks like it is something there. Now going on the back part of it, here is the best part. So there's more holes for ventilation. And then you have the IR indicator right in the back. Going on this side of it, you can see the holes. That is your speaker. Now going on this side of it, you're going to see your power connection. So this is how you're going to be getting power to this. And we will show you how that is connected to. And then going on the front part of it, there is another little cuts right there. That's again is just a little hole for ventilation. So they have a lot of ventilation in this, so that way it's not going to heat up. Now the top part of it is really cool. So it has a little caution on this side. And then when you look on these parts, which I'm just going to cut and I'm going to show you, there is a focus, so you can focus it, as you can see right now on the screen. And then right underneath of it, you have the keystone. So this is how you're going to be able to fix your keystone, which is about 15 degrees on each side. And now going to the bottom part of it, you have all of these functions right on top of your remote. Now here is the remote itself. Now it has the same functions on the box itself, but it has most of the functions right here. So this way, if you misplace your remote, you still have your buttons right on top of the projector itself, so you can play with it. Alright, so this is the bottom of the actual projector. Now there are some plus signs about this, and there are some minus signs. So here we go. So there is a little hole which you can listen to the music out of this, but what I really wanted it was, if I take these off, I should be able to connect this on a ceiling or on a tripod, which it doesn't have it. This hole, which I already took out, is a little bit in, so you cannot connect this and put it on a tripod because this is too much in. But if you have a tray that usually Vankyo do sell that looks like a laptop tray, you can use that to put this on a tripod, so that way you can view your videos. Except that you have this little part that will raise up, and then you can put it on your table, so that way it projects everything on the screen. Alright, enough said about this. Let's get this connected. So when you're turning it on, this is what you're going to see first. Now remember that I have a very dim light right in the bottom right there, which is projecting a little bit of red going right on the top right there. So that way I have a little bit of different color going to this screen. So here you go. This is what you're going to see as soon as it goes in. You're going to see the media, then you have source, and then you have Miracast, and then you have the iOS cast. Then you have the Koala, which is their media player. We will get to this in a few seconds. Also you have YouTube, and you have settings. So let's go through one by one to see exactly what they do. So first, you can see that it has a very dim light, which I'm going to zoom in for you and show you that it has Wi-Fi built into this. And once you go to it to select the settings, now here you go, this is their settings. You can see it says network, and that is right over here. Then right underneath of it, it says Wi-Fi. So if we go to Wi-Fi and we select it, you're going to get a few options. The first one will say scan, which you can see that already hooked up. And then you have the auto IP, the static IP, and disconnect. So if you are going to disconnect from one Wi-Fi name and to different one, you have to disconnect first, and then you can connect to the second one. Except that it is, how easy it is right here. on how you can connect it. The next part is projection screen. So remember that you can connect this upside down. Only problem is that you need to get a little connector so you can put it upside down, since there's no connection at the bottom of this unit itself, except that you can change it from the front to the rear, also rear projection, and also if it is from the back you want to project it, so from the front you can watch it, and also the front one to what we are using right now. The next part is the advanced settings. Now remember that I have the remote right here and I am pointing it to the screen in order to use it. The earlier version, this was very hard to do, so they have made the IR sensor very sensitive in order to make it work right from the front. You can see that I am changing it and it changes. So here you go, this is advanced. You can change the language, also boot source, so you can take it directly to HDMI or to VGA, AV or media directly. I like to leave it on home because it's very convenient for me right now. Another thing is sleeper. You can put it for 10 up to 120 minutes, so that way it can shut off by itself. The next part is local updates. So if you have any updates that's going to be available on the Vankyo website for this model, you can download it on a USB, hook it up on a side of this, and then you can come here and you can say enter and it will update it. If there is anything available online, you can just come here and just press the enter key and you can say confirm. You can see there's nothing available and that's why. Next part is restore to factory default. You don't want to do that right now, and that's how it's done, by the way. So we will press back and we're going to go under information. Now under information you have the projection name, then you have the memory, which is 2 gigabit. Also the extended memory that you can connect as a USB is 2 terabyte, and the software version that is available right now is from 2020 April 28, which is the latest version, except that this is how it is set up, the settings portion. Now the next part I want to capture is going to be YouTube app, so we will go to it. Now one thing that I do not see here on this part is the user information, so you can go to it. There you go. Do you see there's nothing there for you to log in, but it has a lot of options that you can check and you can search for. So we will go back on a search and then we're going to search for our own name, which will be Exitex. So you have to go to this little magnifying glass and click on search. It takes a couple of seconds for it to go through, and here you go. These are our videos, as you can see, and these are not that old, and this is our latest version of video that we brought out not that long ago. This is our last video, and you can just click on it and it will play automatically from YouTube itself. And it looks like using the Linux version of the YouTube in order for you to play it. So I'm going to just put it on a mute and then I'm going to press enter. You can see I can press pause and then I cannot go down. There you go. But it doesn't give me any information, so I can check if this is actual 1080p or it is just 480i. But it's playing it for us. And it's very clear when you're watching it, but if you press back twice, it kicks you out to main screen. So that's how that part works. The next part is the media player that they have. Now this is again going online, and here's their media player. It has a lot of different thrillers, and also going down has a lot of information here that you can play with. But on the top you have movies, then you have swimming, you have yoga, you have some drama, and then you have some, or should I say, fishing, and then you have some makeup. So this is another app that they have, which is all taken from YouTube. As a test, this is how it looks when you have the lights on in a room. Now when you go into your media player, this is what you will see. So I did connect a USB to this, and it have some files on it. Only thing is, since this is a little slow, it will take a little time for all the videos to load. And now same thing when you're trying to play a video on this. Now the good part is that once you go to source and you select, the first thing that will come up says HDMI, second one says VGA or AV. That's a beautiful thing. Another thing is in the bottom you have source, you have image, so that way you can fix the aspect ratio, also your brightness, your contrast, your color, and your sharpness, all is inside of this. Another good part is your sound. If you want to fix your sound, is you got to come inside of your HDMI, and then you can go to bass and balance, equalizer, and more is all going to be underneath of it. Except that, just press back and enjoy. So now what I have done is I connected my Buzz TV XRS 4500 to this, and I am using their remote right now. You can see it, and it is just going through to play things for us. But just to show you, the HDMI do work. It's very easy to maneuver and play with. So let's go through a YouTube video, and then I'm going to show you the detailing on this, and also how much pixels you will see on a naked eye, and also when you sit near to it, how much it will show. So now we will just try to play one of our video. You can see right now on a full screen it looks beautiful. I just want to make sure that everything is in focus, and then we will just try to zoom in. So again, you can see the actual pixels. It's not that bad. When you zoom in, yes, you will see pixels. But when you zoom out, you're not going to see that much, especially when you're getting into a movie. As long as it is really dark room, you're going to really love this, and it will look beautiful. Now this is a test with the white light to see exactly how many lux we will get out of it. And here is the silence, but the fan noise. Here is screen mirroring, and this is how it's possible. So once you hook it up, you can see that I have my Note 9 on hand, and here's the little delay that you see going through Wi-Fi in order to connect and actually use it. So this way you can go to certain apps or even movies, and you will be able to watch them. So now if I have to tilt, there you go. Now when you bring the volume down on your phone, the volume will go down for the video itself on the screen. So that's how easy it is for you to play with it. Now in conclusion, I want to bring to you that it really requires a really dark room in order for you to watch a perfect video on it. Yes, it does show some of the pixels as you are seeing it right now, but I want to mention that it's not that bad. Again, this going to bring you a native resolution of 480p, but intakes up to 1080p, except that I really recommend everybody to purchase one of these. This has extra features than the older version, which is the Leisure 3. If you want to order it, links will be available in the bottom of this video. And I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you. Here's the fan parts. So here is a FAQ page. It's really cool that it has their projector picture, and also on the side of it you have all the email addresses for which countries they have support. And if you go to the back part of it, you can see that it has some little help on how you're going to be able to fix things before you call them. So it has it in different languages, as you can see. They also placed a quick start guide in this, so that way you will be able to place it and you're going to use it a lot easier. You do not have to look inside of the manual to learn this. So it is here. You can also fix your keystone, which we will cover. Also, there's a little part in the bottom so you can raise the projector up, so that way you can fix it on the screen. And also there is connections. It will show you also how you're going to be able to connect it to your VHS, also how you're going to be able to connect it to your stereo system. Everything is here. Also even the micro SD slot or SD slot itself, Android box, everything is explained here. And also what you should do, what's recommended and what is not recommended, all is in this. And there is some little scanning. If I have to bring it down a little bit, there you go. You guys can scan this directly from the video and you can see exactly where it's gonna go and land. So you can see it on the YouTube, also on Facebook, and their own website that you can go. In the bottom part of it, it has some information for the support on directly from which side of the world.